Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you back to the Coaches Four Quarters radio show. Now, I have a guest coming on now, and first thing I want to do is introduce him, and I want to say a little something about him first. His name is Marcus Manuel, and I want to let you know that he is a very good friend of mine. I met this young man down in Orlando, Florida, when I was down coaching the NFL Pro Bowl and the Youth Pro Bowl. He was one of my coaches, but yet too, he is one of my friends. And I want to tell you how we met. We met at the sign-up of the Youth Pro Bowl. He's laughing, he's rolling. And what he was doing is he was sitting there with his son and his wife, and they were doing the sign-up, and there was a lot of chaos around. And I don't know why I picked him out, but I saw him, and I went and sat by him. And I started talking about my key system to him. And he kind of raised up a little bit and looked at me. And what the good part was, he was interested. And I want to let you know we've been good buddies ever since. We sure have. And I mean, like I said, he's been one of my coaches, one of my staunch friends. He came to visit me as soon as I hit Orlando. He's one of my first visitors. And I just want to let you know, when I go back to Orlando, I have to find him. Welcome, Marcus. Welcome.
Hey, man, thank you for having me on.
Oh, loving it. Now, I want you to come on and tell me a little bit, or tell the young people a little about yourself.
Okay.
All right.
I've been around the game of football, man, since I was a kid. I'm a Tampa, Florida native, and went on to play some college ball at Kemper Military, and then Winston-Salem State University in North Carolina. Injuries cut my career short, so eventually I got back into coaching, man, and coached on different levels, from the youth level to the high school level to semi-pro to now I'm a offensive and defensive line coach for the Orlando Predators Arena Football League, Arena Football team. So, football is, it's my passion, it's my love, man. I love giving back to kids also, and helping them, having an impact on their lives, and helping them, with their goals and aspirations.
All right. Now, you also, even though you're working with the semi-pros, which we know, you also work with younger players also. So let's hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've been coaching, man. I've coached quite a few organizations, most recently the East Orange Thunder, coached them to a successful season. I've coached Celebration High School here in Orlando, Florida. I also work with a few NFL guys, do a number of camps throughout the year, work with Under Armour and the Under Armour All-American Combines. For the past few years, I've been working with Adidas and the Rivals Combine. I've been doing that the last few years consecutively. So, and now, I train. I've been training my kids recently. I have two boys that play high school. And then I've been, working on training a number of other kids, trying to, get them through this coronavirus scare and make sure that they stay active and healthy and in shape.
And I also don't want to let our listeners know that his two sons, they play football. And I will let you know that I had enjoyed having one of his sons on my team the last time I coached at the Semi-Pro Bowl. We did have the Semi-Pro Bowl, and we also had the Youth Pro Bowl. And that was before last, when we organized the Semi-Pros to come down all the way and play at the NFL Pro Bowl, and Marcus was one of the coaches on my team. Right. Now, I've never asked him, because as a head coach, each time they make me a head coach, I try not to say nothing to my coaches or step on their toes. So, Marcus, when you're coaching your kids and coaching the semi-pros, tell me little things that you do inside to make them better. Because, I never asked. The only thing I ever asked was, why are the linemen not getting upfield? That time when I said, the next time I don't see a lineman getting upfield, I'm whipping all of y'all. So,
one thing I like to do, Coach, is I like to ask a player why they did what they did. Because I think a lot of times as coaches, it's easy for us to as coaches just to say do X, Y, Z, you know, whatever. But when you ask a player, okay, so this is a mistake you made, why did you do that? And allow them to tell you why they did it, and then you can respond with what they should have been doing. You know, and I think you know, when we do like things like that, players tend to look at the game a little differently, and they tend to understand. They have a better understanding of what you're trying to get across. And also, I think that also builds in the relationship with the player and the coaches, because it's not just us coming down on them. I'm also a firm believer in fundamentals and making sure that players understand the fundamentals. I've learned that it doesn't matter from the semi-pro, from the youth to the semi-pro level. A lot of guys don't understand fundamentals.
True.
They just don't. So I try to make sure I teach and stress fundamentals.
That's true. That's true. Now we also know that right now you're working at the high school level also. Coaching ball at the high school. But now you're doing a multitude of things.
Yeah, I've worked with the high school, but now, you know, in February I came on with the Orlando Predators, the arena football team. Actually one of the top arena football teams in the country. They welcomed me on board, offered me a position with them, and I, you know, stepped away from high school, and I'm focusing on the Arena Football League, which, you know, hopefully everything goes well, and we'll be starting up on June 13th. But that's where I am right now.
Oh, okay, good. And well, you know what? Just because you left high school, we still want to hear about that school that you left. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put you there. I'm gonna put you right back there. Because
no, you good, man. You've good.
Done a lot of, and now I want our listeners to know that the last couple of years that I had win, well, year before last, Marcus did help, but I want everyone to know that the year before that Marcus was one of them that was saying, "I'm not coaching. I am not going to do that. I am not coaching football." And I was telling his wife, "Oh yeah, I'm going to get him going. I'm going to get him coaching." Now I was slip him down to the field, ask him questions. He'd stand around. I'd go stand down by him and say little things. And look at him now. He's right back in the fold, and I'm loving it. So go ahead. Let's hear about the school that you left.
Yeah, I was at Celebration High School, which, if you're familiar with, those that are familiar with the Orlando area, it's an area located right there by Disney. Very beautiful campus. It's also where we played the youth pro bowl, where we played the game at. That was the high school I coached at. So I spent some time there, man. It's a beautiful campus. Fields, Florida, great atmosphere. Win or lose, stands of packs those kids. It's definitely a first-class organization, and I enjoyed my time with the kids and coaching those kids up, and you know, I built some strong relationships with the kids, and I've been able to circle back to a few of them and check in on them and see how they're doing. But yeah, man, Celebration High School, man, I really enjoyed my time there.
Good. And now I know that you worked on the football team and you've done teaching and coaching. So now at Celebration, would you tell the listeners a little that you do off the field to mentor and help kids while not playing football?
You know, I just enjoy, you know, being a positive role model for kids, man, because, you know, so a lot of times kids just need a positive person in their life. They need someone that they can look up to and you know, just get good vibes for. And like I said earlier, man, I'm, you know, and me being myself, I'm not a perfect individual. I share with kids, none of your role models are going to be perfect. We're all real people. We're all humans. And let me be an example to you that, you know, in life, you're going to come across some things and you're going to have some dreams and some visions, and it's not going to be peaches and cream, but you got to keep fighting and pushing for what you want and keep chasing your goals. So, you know, I try to help as many kids as I can and just have a positive impact on kids.
Good. Now, what I would like to ask you about, and we're going to go really down deep. How are those two young men and their football? Yeah, oh yeah, because I remember I had one on the team that was doing everything.
Right.
And I was so proud of that young man. And I'm proud of the other young man, but I was so proud of that young man because we didn't think he was going to play. Do you remember? We didn't think he was going to play.
Right, right.
And we was wondering, were we going to have pads or were we going to, and he was real little. So I didn't want to say nothing to Marcus because I said, we're going to put him out there with 14, 15-year-olds. And I want you to know he stood and he stood on his own. So now I want to hear how they doing. Talk to me.
Well, Marcus, I have a 21-year-old that I think you've only met a couple times, but he's not in the football. Then I have Marcus Jr., who is he's a junior this year. He's going into a senior year. He played for you in the first year that we were out there. Okay. His high school has done. They did pretty well. They were one game away from the state championship, the state game this year, and he has a number of colleges interested in him, everywhere from Stony Brook University. We actually got a couple schools out in California too, Coach. Yeah.
We might have to have him come here to stay. What position is he at right now?
He's a receiver. Okay. He's a receiver. And I'll send you some of his film and things. You can share that. Good. So he's doing pretty good. And then the youngest one, that's Amari. Amari is a freshman this year. He had a pretty good season. He's going to be a big, solid kid, man. If there was ever a kid that was going to be built like their dad, it's Amari. He's a solid kid.
All right, that's right. Because Dad is a big man.
Yeah.
I'm letting the people know I very rarely call him Marcus. I always call him Big Fella. And he looked at me. So I'm gonna take it.
Amari just walked in, Coach.
Well, let's see, Amari. Come here. Look. Put your head in here. Put your head in here and say hello.
He was just asking about you.
Hey, hi, son.
What's up?
And how are you? Look at the size of that young man. Yes, sir, everybody. I bet you one thing. You have to feed him good. Son,
yeah.
How you doing in school? How you doing in school?
I'm doing good.
Good. Oh, listen to that. I'm doing good. I expected a high voice. He scared me right there with that little voice. And so you're doing some great things, I understand, in football and in school, on and off the field. And you're taking care of Dad and Mom?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. I am so looking forward to seeing you again. And I want you to know that I am so proud of you and the things you did when I was in Orlando. And hopefully, it probably won't be this year because we're not going to have the Pro Bowl this year. But next year, I hope to be back. And I also have been talking to Dad about finding a property down in Orlando because we know that I'll get to teach a lot down there. But I love you a lot. And I thank you for popping your head in there.
All right.
Okay. Yes, sir. Now, how is your wife doing? Is she fine?
Oh, she is awesome, man. She is, just enjoying life right now and recently started her own business doing furniture refurbishing. So that's keeping her busy and she's enjoying life and trying to, keep me with my head above water.
That's right. And I see that you have a hairline.
Yeah, Coach.
I was looking at that. Yeah. Because you said you wasn't going to get a haircut.
Man, I've been bald since I was in the 11th grade.
That's right.
And, I told the kids I was going to, with us being under this lockdown, I was going to let my hair grow. So they had been laughing at me the entire time. They say, Dad, we didn't even know you had hair.
I see wait. I remember the last time you saw me, you was carrying me around the field in your arms, wasn't it? Because I couldn't walk. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Okay. I've been taking this right here. Can you see it? It's called Arginex. And I have found this to be what really got me back on my feet. We have a doctor here. We have a doctor here in Victorville that invented this. And you're looking at me now, strong energy, walking around. I can't jog yet, but I'm getting around because of my COPD. And you do
Right.
remember last time you was carrying me in your arms, basically.
I remember you were banged up. Yep.
That's right. That's right. That's what it was. But I want you to know that I am doing so much better because of this. And I'm going to contact you because this will help players. And it's good for everybody, players, coaches, and everyone. And I'm going to get in touch with you with this. Okay?
Sounds good. Let's make it happen.
Now,
Let's make it happen.
all right. Now, listen. You've heard about the SHARE program. What do you think about that?
I think it sounds like a good program. I would definitely love to hear more about it. I think that there are definitely some opportunities here to help expand the program. And you know, I'm definitely 100% willing to help you with that. But yeah, I like what I heard about it. I think sounds like a good program.
Very good, very good. And so, now, we want to really emphasize. I want you to send me. I want to get your sons on my show and his team. Okay, so you can talk to parents and you know who you need to talk to get that going. Now, I love you.
Hey,
I am humbled. I am humbled, and I thank you. You are awesome. You are the man. I miss you so much. You understand what I'm saying? And I wish we were there.
hey, man, and tell your wife I said hello.
I will.
I love too.
And I mentioned that to Helen. I said, I want to go to Orlando. She said, we ain't getting on no airplanes right now. When you talked to me last, but I miss you. I miss your family, and I can't wait to see you again.
Same here, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on, okay?
All right.
Stay safe.
Yep.